Hey LaGrave family, welcome back to the Psalm 40 project. Today I'm interviewing Jonathah Bouwman, and we're going to hear some things about growing up here at LaGrave and what that's been like. So, welcome Jonathah.
Hi.
Thanks for agreeing to sit down with me and talk a little bit about your growing up at LaGrave, your growth in faith, and so forth. So, first question, just tell us a little bit about that. You were baptized here at LaGrave Church, so tell us a little bit about where you go to school, your family, etc.
Yeah, I was born here. I've been here my entire life. I've never gone to another church. My parents both attend here, and so does my grandma. So I've been here for a while. And I go to Calvin Christian Middle School, or high school now.
Yep.
Ooh, gotta get used to that. Gotta get used to that now.
What's your first year in high school, right?
Yeah.
You're a ninth grader.
Yep.
Yeah.
And live in the West Side. Great place to be.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay, so I know, and one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you was because during your middle school, I think, you did the Spanish Immersion Program at Calvin Middle School. So tell us a little bit about what the Spanish Immersion Program is.
Okay, so they started the Spanish Immersion Program a year before me, so I've been in the Spanish Immersion Program since preschool.
Okay.
And throughout all of elementary, all of our classes, except like specials like art and music, were all in Spanish. And then in middle school, we had to kind of have some English classes also, but we kept 4 classes in Spanish.
Yeah, okay.
So language arts, reading, science, depending on the semester, and culture, history.
So, how did learning Spanish influence your faith? Is there an intersection there, or do you see any connection looking back on that experience?
Well, I feel like when we were learning in Spanish, we also got to take a culture class. So we were always they really focused on teaching us a little bit about what some of the Latin countries go through or have experienced. And I guess it kind of gives us a little different perspective outside what we feel sometimes.
Okay.
So I think that kind of gave me another little idea of what's going around. And it's not just in our, what we like to call the Granville or Grand Rapids little bubble, Christian school, you know.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up in the Byron Center bubble, so I think I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that program helped open your eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And is there any one particular takeaway, like in terms of your faith, that you saw a bigger world that God created?
Yeah,
people
really.
in it? Okay.
Yeah. Also, like you can empathize more with other people from different cultures.
Yeah.
I think that really helped me.
Now I know that you also did a bike trip across Honduras with your dad.
Yeah.
As to help fundraise for the Association for a More Just Society.
Yeah.
Is there a connection from Spanish Immersion to that AJS bike trip, first of all?
Yeah, well, first how we got there is I saw in the bulletin one day and I pointed to it and I passed it down to my dad because I was like biking across Honduras. Kind of meant it as a joke, but he took me seriously and I was kind of thrilled, so that was cool. But the only reason I pointed at it was because I knew how to speak Spanish and it would really helped me a lot.
That's right. So Jonathah, day in, day out, what was that bike trip like? Walk us through a day and some of the fun experiences you had or interesting experiences you had.
So we got a little 2 days of like touring, kind of like just being, we went to this little like town of 500 people in Copan. It was a very tight community, like you could really tell. I really liked it there. It was nice to ease into that because some parts of Honduras are a little sketchy. I mean, you have to be careful, but Copan was really a good place to start. And we met up with some people who gave us a ride. Luis, we still see him. He came to Michigan a little while ago. And we went to Tela, which is on the coast of Honduras, and we started there. And first day we did about 60 miles. So we went to El Progreso and San Pedro Sula, and San Pedro Sula is it's hairy scary there.
Okay.
So we went to this hotel and they had walls around it with guards. So that was a little intimidating, but it was really nice to have it was a lot of people, so we were under a big organization, so we knew we were going to be fine, but it was nice to have all that many people.
It's still different than checking into the Holiday Inn on
Yeah.
a road trip in the U.S.
Totally.
Yeah.
And then I'd say we did about 40 miles maybe on an average per day. And I think the hardest day for me was going up to Tegucigalpa, which is the capital, and it was 8 hours up a mountain. I mean, at least
wow.
for me.
Yeah.
So it took a while.
How did you get your bikes down there?
That's a good story. My dad, being handy, he took apart the bikes and
And what?
and then reassembled them.
So he put a bike in a suitcase,
Basically.
a bike in a bag.
Yep. It was packaged and special.
Okay, sure,
Yeah.
sure. So while you were in Honduras, talk about the people. Were there people that you met and got to know while you were down there? Or?
Yeah, I think probably the people were the best part. When we got into Copan, that first little town, Luis, so kind. He was really, really kind. He really helped us get into the culture, kind of explain some things. And then as we went along the bike ride, there was this woman named Angie. She was like, they also do like a little bit of competitive. So they have like professionals, cyclists down there who are doing this as practice. So she was really, really sweet to me. And I was kind of like a little lone sixth grader, just 8 hours. It took me a really long time. It took about 2, whatever. But she was really nice to me. Love her.
So you had a little fan base, is that what you're saying? As a sixth grader? Yeah.
Yeah. And then I believe her name was Amelia or something like that. She was really kind. She really took the time to talk to my dad, especially because, he can't speak Spanish. she could speak English so very well, so she was really kind. And Marissa, she also was from the United States, so she was nice to be with too.